Hello, welcome back to part 3 of my Godzilla collection. Um, so, um, so let's begin with the video games. Now it's time for the very first Godzilla video game I ever played, being Destroy All Monsters Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. There is also an Xbox version, but that one was only released in the US and the Japan. So you can only satisfy with this in the UK. This game was a load of fun, and plus playing all the best monsters like the Heisei Godzilla, Destroyer, Mecha King, Gigan, Anguirus, Rodan, Mechagodzilla, Megalon, King Ghidorah, and Godzilla 2000. The one that isn't here is Orga, and only for Xbox being Mechagodzilla 3 or Kiru in this case. This game was a bunch of fun and all that, and I still play it from time to time. Now for the second one, being Godzilla Unleashed. This is only the PS2 version because I've tried so hard to get the Nintendo Wii version, but people just kept on overpricing it for the UK version for some reason. This game is a bunch of fun as well, but Mike, of course, the box absolutely lies about these two monsters being in the PS2 version, King Caesar and Clistala. The only one that's in here is Obsidian, and of course, no Biolante either, even though Biolante is technically in Save the Earth, but as a scrapped character for the game. So I would like to get my hands on the Wii version of the game. As for the third Godzilla game, here we have Monster of Monsters from the Nintendo Entertainment System. I played this and it was alright, I would say. Of course, here we have the actual cartridge itself. Of course, having these old games, they're very bigger, unlike the ones now. Of course, there is another Godzilla NES game being Godzilla 2, but that one's more or less of a tactical game, it is. And all that. Unfortunately, it didn't came with a manual and all that. So here comes the fourth Godzilla game, being this little guy here, that Unleashed for the Nintendo DS. It's okay at best. I mean, it's really confusing, I would say, this one. But the next one, I was really happy to have, because this one is technically a companion to Melee. It's Domination, Godzilla Domination. This game is really fun, but my only sort of beef with it is the limited amount of monsters. I could get to play as Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan, Megalon, and Mechagodzilla 2. Of course, the game is really colourful and all that. Of course, there's one monster in here being Mecha King Ghidorah. Of course, here's the cartridge itself. So that's my entire Godzilla video game collection. But here comes the other one now. I should have included this in the DVDs one, but I might as well include it here. So here's my VHS set. This is a very, very, very rare VHS set I have here. This one is released by Carlton. The movies that are included in here are Godzilla vs. Hedorah, Mechagodzilla, and the international cut of The Return of Godzilla, which this one is definitely worthwhile being in here. Of course, I've seen this movie and I think it's just as good as the original 1954 classic, along with Shin. I think number one for me would be tied with 54, this, and Shin, because all three of them Godzilla was on his own. Of course, you have Godzilla here. Mechagodzilla looks alright, but what's up with Godzilla's bottom mouth here in this artwork? And of course you have the one here. Of course, all three of these VHS tapes are widescreen. Widescreen video sets are very hard to come by, and they do fetch for a good penny, a good pence and pounds and all that. So this is definitely one to look out for if you are a British Godzilla fan, but be prepared to be faced with a load of high prices. Here we have the other two. Here we have the Terror of Mechagodzilla, also a widescreen video as well. This was released by Forefront Video. The movie itself I find to be very, very good. I find this film more better than the original Mechagodzilla movie. because having it with a statue for the previous one was not a very interesting idea for me. Because with this one, they raised up the dark tone because, of course, it's a 15 rating. There's a bit more blood in this movie, and of course, you see ladies' breasts in this one. I think it's Tessura, I think, because she's half cyborg in the movie. Of course, we have. Well, actually, this is a custom/bootleg tape. This is the original 1954 movie. How this was created was I was testing out a program for my computer, see if I can burn DVD movies onto video, which of course it works for some of my movies, but I didn't know if it would work for a large mainstream movie, so I decided, you know what, burn Godzilla onto video, and it actually worked. So technically I have my own VHS copy of the first Godzilla movie, and I actually made the cover for it as well, taking a stock image from the movie and just slapping the that there. I think it actually looks really cool, actually, the way I did it, but I think I should have added in the spine and all that. But yeah, but of course then we have the granddaddy of all the Godzilla VHS tapes I have, being Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. This one was also brought to us by manga. They also did Godzilla and Mothra: The Battle for Earth, or just Godzilla vs. Mothra in the UK. Actually, I did contact them saying, could they please reissue these on DVD and Blu-ray, and they say, don't give up, but it's not like on our minds at the moment, but we'll see what happens, because they just done Shin Godzilla on Blu-ray, and so I thought, might as well tell them, ask them why not get these movies on DVD and Blu-ray in the UK. So it is looking up for a little bit for the big guy, but I wouldn't hold our breath for a bit too long. So yeah, so that's my main Godzilla collection. But actually there is one more which I made in college, which you guys are going to see it in the next part.